How's it going, everybody? We've got our full case in of Terastal Festival, so that's 20 boxes. We're not going to open up 20 boxes in this video, but we might get through about half of them. I hope to open 100 packs here of Terastal Festival, and after that, we're going to sort the cards and build our Terastal Festival binder. I don't know if that's a master set we'll be able to complete quickly and easily, just because a lot of these, Pokeballs and Master Balls are going to have to be ordered and come from Japan. Don't think we'll be able to do much trading, but let's just start ripping into it. I'm going to be putting the master set in the neon pink Vault X binder. It is technically too large. I think there's like 525 or 545 or something cards in this master set, and these binders only hold 480 cards. So because of that, we might have to double up on the normal card with the Pokeball on top of it, but that's okay. So let's just rip into it. I can't explain how much I loved opening this set in the last video where we opened it. It's just constant hits, and there's just nothing wrong with that, man. There's a lot of fun to be had with seeing specifically what special illustration rare or special art rare that you get. So I did see, thank you for the tip in the comments, last time everybody watching me struggle opening them, there's a pull tab here, so we can do something like that to open the pack. So let's get going and see if we can't fill out the missing, we're missing a lot of stuff actually. So we're missing a lot of these Iron Crowns, and right away we're going to get a nice little box here because we've got a full art trainer. So that's pretty cool. So we've got our Iron Crown. I can't remember if we have this. I'm not going to separate out and like sleeve up all of these just because they do come in each box. But every hit like this, we will sleeve up and display off to the side in our little display spot here for all of our hits. So hey, pretty cool. We've got an extra hit in this box. I don't like opening them that way, so I don't think I'm going to continue to do this because that felt like bending the cards to me. So we've got our first Pokeball as well. Is that Briar? Really cool texture on these. Love them. So any Pokeball and any Master Ball, as we go through these and open them, is going to help fill out that binder. Well, that's not any easier. Might just have to break out some scissors. And we've got our A-Spec, and is that either another Pokemon? Okay, we've got another, we doubled up on our Iron Crown Special Illustration Rare. And we got an A-Spec. So, pretty card there. The Japanese texture is just insane. Kind of hard to match. So we did already pull this one, but that's going to be expected, right? We get one per box, so there's no way we don't end up pulling some duplicate special illustration rares or special art rares out of these packs. So we've still got some Pokeballs to hunt. Let's see what we get. Just a Vaporeon EX. I am really looking forward to trying to build out a binder of this just in prep for Prismatic Evolution, right? Because we don't know. Yeah, I gotta find a better solution for opening these packs or not being so scared to open them. we don't know what the hit rates are going to be like in English, right? Ah, there we go. Nice. I will take that. So we have a Vaporeon Pokeball. Any Evolution Pokeball, especially any Evolution Master Ball, is going to be awesome to have, because those will be the expensive ones to try and purchase later on. But like I said, Prismatic Evolution is, we don't know what the hit rates are going to be like. It could be miserable. It could be decent, you know. But even if it is like the best hit rate from any modern set in English that we've seen recently, which would be Crown Zenith, that's still, there's just too much to hunt between all the Pokeballs and Master Balls. So unless, you know, there's 2 Pokeballs in every pack, just like the normal reverse holo, then, you know, the Master Ball could take the place of our illustration rare, which would mean, you know, maybe 3 per booster box worth of hits. So 1 in every, nice, got a Feraligatr Pokeball there. I think we already had a Feraligatr Pokeball in our last set of boxes, but still will be an easy one to trade away if necessary. So that's what I suspect. I suspect the Pokeballs will be not that rare because they're going to be the reverse holo slot, and we'll still get 2 out of every pack. And then I think the Master Ball will maybe take the place of our illustration rares. So 1 in every, like, I don't know, 12 packs, something like that. And if that's the case, there's going to be a ton of those, but not, you know, an astronomical, unobtainable amount. But the special illustration rare hit rate is what's really going to make the difference, because with as many special illustration rares as there are in this set, if they don't kind of beef that up, then it's going to be a really tough time pulling any of those. Luckily, so much more English is opened than Japanese, I believe. I think there's so much more English printed and opened up than Japanese, and so because of that, even if it's harder to pull them, there's going to be so many of them that, you know, they're not impossible to come by. So Dragapult EX. As we start our second box here. And a Zeraora. Zeraora, come on, man. I've gotta regain my confidence in knowing what Pokemon I'm looking at when the name is in Japanese. It's so crazy how that just leaves my brain in the confidence level. It's like I'm going to say the wrong thing when I'm in front of a camera. Just like how when I start filming, I forget how to open a pack of cards. All right, there we go. We got a Terapagos and an A-Spec as our next illustration rare or special art rare. Honestly, very busy card and kind of hard to see what is going on there. So the other option, right, is I've never graded cards before. I kind of think it would be fun, especially with these Japanese cards, because I think the quality control on them is decent. And like a lot of them, you know, tend to come back 10s, right? Which would be encouraging for my first time ever doing it. I kind of think it might be fun if we don't end up, you know, fully mastering this set to send some of these that we're pulling away for grading, and see what we can get. Just to have some pretty cool display cards. As we have a Relor and a Sylveon. Or is this Rapska? See, Rapska or Relor, but that is our Pokeball. So no Master Balls yet. We did get lucky only buying 4 boxes last time and pulling 2 Master Balls. I think they're like 1 per 3 boxes. So we will hopefully hit a few of those here. Like I said, we have more to open. I'm sorry, I should have said this at the top of the video, but hey, if you made it this far into watching, then I appreciate it. And don't mind letting you guys know, instead of on some like big card announcement here, there will be a giveaway for one of these boxes with this video. So, you know, do all the normal YouTube things, leave a like on the video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and drop a comment down below. Maybe tell me what special illustration rare or special art rare you like most in the set, and just mention that you watched the opening portion of the video that we're doing right now and watched it through to the end. And if so, as we get a Kieran Pokeball, I think, is that going to be our last hit of the box? I'm not sure. With a Kieran Pokeball. And I will run a giveaway in a couple weeks. And like I said, we do have a bunch of extra boxes, so whatever we don't end up opening ourselves, I'll probably do multiple giveaways. But for sure on this video, we're going to give away at least one of these boxes. And I hope you win it. Because I do sincerely appreciate you guys always tuning into these and watching with me and hanging out and kind of doing a more chill pack opening while I sit here and ramble about my thoughts on the current set, the future sets, what the pull rates are, all that fun stuff that is really, really boring for most people in daily life. But for us weirdos who love to open these cards, as our last hit in the box is an Okidogi EX. For us weirdos who like to open these cards, it's a fun thing to talk about. And I appreciate getting to talk about it with you guys. And I always enjoy continuing that conversation in the comments. So it is more appreciated than you know that people actually even tune in to watch. You know, I started this channel just doing kind of the master set reviews because the person I used to watch do those stopped. So I was like, okay, well, if he's not going to do them, I will do them. Yeah, that's just not easier. It's not easier to open it from the back. But then I decided to start opening cards on the channel, and you guys tuned in and came along with me, and I appreciate that more than you know. It's a lot of fun to, like I said, and have said in a lot of videos, to come down here while my family is sleeping and, you know, engage in the hobby with all of you guys. So there we go. We got our first something back there. Nice. Let's see if we can get the Totodile and maybe complete the evolution line in Pokeball there. That would be nice to see. Like I said, I think we're going to have to stack these on top of the regular card to fit them in the binder that I have and that I want to use for this set. Because that pink is just too nice, and I want to use it for a binder, and it should be this binder. All right, so we have another Espeon, and our first of this box, our first Evolution special art rare. So there we go. So we've doubled up on our Evolutions. I don't anticipate hitting a God Pack or anything like that. I think they are one in every like 3-ish cases. I don't know. I haven't really seen anybody give anything definitive on that. So I don't know that I'll have an opportunity to hit every single one. And I'm going to be honest, the possibility of like mastering this set really rides on hitting 2 cards. If we hit the Umbreon, and if we hit especially the Umbreon Master Ball, then my desire to master the rest of the set, to be quite honest, is going to be much higher, because those are going to be and are the 2 most expensive cards in the set. And if I can pull those out of the boxes and don't have to like source those or ship them from Japan or anything like that, then I'm going to feel a lot better about the money I would have to spend on the rest, as we have an Iron Treads here. The thing is, right, if the Umbreon Special Art Rare is, I don't know what it is right now, $300, and the Umbreon Master Ball is $350. And we pull them, that's $650 I can dedicate to mastering the rest of the set and filling all those holes that we might have in it when we have Prismatic Evolution coming up. I'm not too inclined to like spend thousands of dollars on also mastering the Japanese version of the set when I really need to dedicate those resources to the English version, because I'm gonna master the English version. There's no question about it. So and I will do that quickly, right? I mean, as quickly as I possibly can. I'll be at my card shop every day. I'll be on Facebook every day. I'll be, you know, hunting everywhere I can to try to find every Pokeball and every Master Ball Reverse Holo. And we got our first Master Ball Reverse Holo of this set right there. So this is our Rapsca. Right? Again, see? Played the games, loved the games, mastered the Pokedex. Second guessing myself on whether I know what the Pokemon are, because I can't read the name right on top. And I really need to get some visual flashcards or something to make myself more confident in naming Pokemon without reading it. Card Shop EX. Last pack of box number, how many do we have left back there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is box number 3. As we hit a, what is that, Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon? I'm not sure if we've hit all the regular EXs yet. We may not have. I don't recall pulling an Eevee yet, so maybe we haven't. Just go down the line here. So some of the, I tried to, by the way, the way I shuffled all the boxes around when I opened the case, and the way I tried to pick which ones I am opening, the box, you know, came shipped from Japan, and some of the boxes had dings on them. So I'm trying to open the ones that had dings on them so that when I do a giveaway, you guys don't get one of those boxes. So I sincerely apologize, and I mean that legitimately, if I have separated out randomly and we do pull a God Pack here. In one of my tin that I'm setting aside for myself, if we do pull a God Pack, I would much prefer one of those to go to you. Second Master Ball, nice. As we have a Frostlass Master Ball. Get out of here, Roaring Moon. That is pretty cool. Looking good. I just can't get over how good the texture is. That is what, the texture, honestly, is what makes me think that this is not going to be what Prismatic Evolution is like, because that's just too many cards to print on the textured foil and give away 2 per pack and all of that kind of stuff for our English sets, in my opinion. I don't think they're going to do that. So Speak of the devil, there's our Eevee. So if we were missing it, we got it now. With another A-Spec. I know they're mappable. I saw Danny Phantom's video on it and PokeVault's video on it. I can't remember what the maps are, so we just hit nice. We just hit the A-Spec in our second pack. Does that mean the hit is going to be in our last pack on this one? So we got a Groudon Pokeball reverse. Pretty cool. So while I do honestly, the best part of the Scarlet Violet era to me have been those illustration rares. I love them. I think they're incredible. The special illustration rares are great too, don't get me wrong, but the illustration rares just are such a wonderful, unique collection. Hey, we got an extra. Oh wait, it's not an extra. That's our special illustration rare. I thought this was going to be a full art trainer. There we go. So we got the second Eevee from Natsuko Shoji, and it has the like the dessert box in the background that her restaurant is famous for. And again, I think this was also illustrated by her, so that's really neat. Really, really cool. Heck yeah. Happy to have this one. I don't really think there is a bad illustration or a special art rare to pull in this set. I would love to hit some of the special art rare trainers. Like I want that Kieran pretty bad, so I hope we get lucky and pull some extras of those. I feel like we've gotten a lot of Jolteon EXs. So like I said, I mean, if I'm, this will be like I've opened like 140 packs after I finish opening all of these. So this is going to be a longer video. I appreciate you guys tuning into it, especially if we build the binder afterwards. But I'm just going to have like the biggest stack of all these regular EX cards. So I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with all of the extra hits in this one. I checked my local Facebook to see if anybody had like put up singles or anybody in the local area was also getting in these boxes or collecting this set. And I saw a couple people selling boxes, but I didn't see anybody posting their singles except one person had, funnily enough, an Espeon special art rare. So I guess, you know, some people here locally are opening this and ripping it. I don't know what that will do for my ability to get singles locally, which is always much preferred as opposed to opening them up. We got our, can't remember her name. I want to say Airy, but I don't think that's right. Don't want to cover up my Eevee. Last pack. With a Leafeon. So my bulk stack over here is getting a little unruly, and my hit stack is too full to fit on the stand anymore. So here's a review after our first 4 boxes. As I move these aside, we have some really cool Pokeballs, including the Vaporeon. Some decent Master Balls with a Frostlass. And a Rapska / Rellor, whichever one that is. So I'll move those off to the side. We got, just Atticus, I can't remember. We got a full art trainer, extra hit. And then we got So far, an Iron Crown, a Terapagos, an Espeon, and the secondary Eevee. So that's pretty cool. Happy with all of those. Let's start fresh on our hit stack and open the next box. So again, another box from the edge that kind of came dinged. But the cards inside will be a-okay. And I am buying these to rip anyway. I was pleasantly surprised to see that, you know, my dumb financial decision of buying an entire case as just a normal collector. I can't stress enough to you guys how how this is just like my way of engaging with the hobby, and I appreciate you guys tuning in because, you know, I would have bought this case regardless, you know, just being suckered into the hype of the set. But I am just like, I don't want to say a normal collector because I am fortunate that I can spend this type of money on here or on this hobby and I have it in my budget to do so, but it's not like, you know, YouTube money is paying for all this, as we have a pretty cool Noctowl Pokeball there as our first hit of the box. This is just me being a big old dummy, and I paid like $1,150 shipped to have this brought in from Japan, and prices are significantly higher than that now. I think it's like, I want to say it's like, oh yes, heck yeah. So we'll talk about the price of the case in a minute. I want to look at this Jolteon. So there's another Evolution special art rare hit. So we have now the Eevee, the Espeon, 2 Espeons actually, so that's fine. We'll be able to trade one of those away. And this awesome Jolteon, which is great artwork. I love it. And again, if we're talking about grading, I think left to right centering is a little janky on there, top to bottom is a little janky on there, and back looks decent. So we'll see if we end up grading anything. So anyway, like I said, I paid like $1,150 to have this box shipped to me, and I think they're a lot more expensive than that now. So I'm glad I kind of just bit the bullet and you know, got it into open. Shipping from Japan was pretty fast. It did get the initial shipment that would have come to me, would have come on Monday of this week, which was like the Monday after release. But that one got held up in customs, so the seller was really cool and was like, I'm not going to make you wait. I will just ship you another box because I'm sure that one's going to get returned to me. And it did. As we get a Kadabra Master Ball, another good one. Or Kadabra Pokeball, sorry. And because of that, this one came on Thursday because he had to reship it out after the other got delayed. So was happy overall with my first experience. You know, oh man, I just asked for that. That's awesome. So 2 special illustration rares or special art rares in one box as we hit the Kieran, the one trainer that I wanted to hit here. I love this card. Absolutely love it. I enjoyed the Kieran and Carmine stories for the DLC a lot. So, heck yeah. I will be more excited about that than any other hit, probably, unless we get the Umbreon. So again, that's another reason why I don't mind that these are, you know, whatever, mappable, blah, 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 because there are bonus hits like that. You know, you don't know which box, just because you know where the special art rare is going to come, or might know. I'm not sure. Like I said, just because you might know where the special art rare is going to come doesn't mean there's nothing else in all these packs. So it really does incentivize opening them all up. We are having no problems pulling Pokeball reverse holos for the item and trainer cards. We're just getting so many of them. Don't cover my Kieran. 2 packs left in our 5th box. With a Walking Wake EX. But like I said, that's a beefy purchase for me, especially for just, you know, like a hobby, because we do have a little bit of time until Prismatic Evolutions comes out in the middle of January. You know, I had the budget to spend. I could have spent it on, like, you know, going back and completing older master sets. I get asked a lot, like, in between set releases, what do I do? Well, sometimes there are Japanese sets like this, and this is really the first time I've gone, you know, full hog on a Japanese set. But what I do like to do in between mainline Pokemon sets is go back and complete older ones, specifically vintage. So I don't know if you guys want to see me going out and, like, filling out my vintage binders and stuff like that at my local card shop. I'm thinking of doing a series where I do exactly that. And if that's something you'd want to watch, let me know, because I'll be honest, I'm like a Gen 1 kid, right? So the vintage cards to me are awesome. Love them. I want and honestly would trade these recent master sets and stuff like that to complete some of the vintage sets that I had to skip out on from leaving the hobby for such a long time when I was a kid, and all the stuff I got rid of. We got a Hoot Hoot Pokeball to go with our Noctowl that we pulled, so that's pretty nice. All right, so I have, like, called and been given a couple of the cards so far in this opening that I want. So look, this right here, whatever this is, I'm going to call. I want it to be the Umbreon. Almost. Got a Flareon though, so can't complain, can't complain. Let's get these out of the way and we can take a look at Flareon. Nice card. Beautiful card. In fact, might be the prettiest of the Evolution special art rares that we've pulled so far. And on this one, centering looks pretty good. Back looks pretty good. So yeah, you know, I think a full graded set of the Evolutions from this set in PSA 10 would be pretty cool to have, especially if we pull them all ourselves. So I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards grading some of these, which doesn't mean that we won't have some duplicates to live inside the binder, or that we can't just have, you know, part of our master set not in a binder. I've really tried to stray away from that. I want all my hits. Like, for example, my, like, favorite card of the Sword and Shield era, my favorite modern card is, nice, got a Chin-Pow Pokeball. Really awesome legendary from the new games. One of my favorites. I have tried to avoid, like, having a spot in my master set binders that's like, oh, I have this card, but it's graded on the shelf or something like that. You know what I mean? So, for example, my favorite card, just full stop, from the Sword and Shield era is the Gengar VMAX from Alt Art from Fusion Strike. I love it. I have just a super, super minty copy of it with perfect centering and all that kind of stuff. And I really want to send it out for grading, but I don't want to take it out of my binder. So I really just don't have experience grading cards. I don't, flip cards. I don't care about the jump in value because I put them in binders and I want them in binders and I want to see the full set. So I know what would happen is if I sent out my Gengar for grading, or if I sent out these Evolutions for grading, what would happen is I'd see the empty spots in my binder and I'd think, well, I got to get duplicate copies of those and fill them up. And I, at that point, don't really want to waste hobby dollars, because there are always sets and dollars that can be spent, ripping new things or mastering new things, instead of getting duplicates of things I've already pulled. As we got a Miraidon Pokeball to go with the Miraidon Master Ball we pulled in the last video. So we will have the full set of Miraidon there. Pretty cool. So I don't know, how do you guys handle that? Do you grade your hits? Do you keep them in a separate top loader binder anyway, so they're not part of your master sets? Do you do like I do and kind of piece the master set all together and just let it live in the binder? Do you just hunt the hints? I know not everybody who watches the channel, just because I'm a master set collector, is a master set collector. But any recommendations, I'm all ears as we rip into box number 6. Any box where we hit an Evolution Special Art Rare is like a win for me. Other than the Evolutions, the only ones I really, really want. I wouldn't mind any of the Paradox Pokemon. Honestly, the Iron Crown that we've hit twice would have been probably my least preferred, other than maybe the Sandy Shocks. But I'd really, really love to see the Evolutions, because, hey, those are like extra wins on top of wins. And I would just really like to hit the Umbreon, to be honest, but okay, that's a tease. Rude. But other than the Evolutions, really wouldn't mind getting that Cerulege. That's a great card. So we get some type of TM or HM or something as our Pokeball. All right. Okay, not going to complain about that. Beautiful, beautiful Roaring Moon Special Art Rare. Like I said, I love the Paradox Pokemon, and that's a good card. But we can't grade, or, if I go down the path of grading, am I going to want to grade every single one of the set and just have like a master graded set? You know what I'm saying? There's no end to it for my mind when the portion of the hobby I engage with most and have the most fun with is the completionist aspect of it. So that's why I have avoided graded cards. I will do some specialty graded stuff, went to my local card shop a couple weeks ago during their Black Friday sale, and this is the kind of stuff I don't film and probably should, because that was a lot of fun. They had all their singles 20% off, and one of the sets of singles I was able to pick up was a set of the Stormfront Secret Rare Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard, graded in I think the Charmander is like a PSA 8. The Charmeleon is randomly like a PSA 6, but it looks fine to me. Hey, our first gold. Haven't pulled one of those yet. And it is a Teal Mask Ogerpon. Pretty cool. Let's take a look at that. I haven't seen one of the golds in person yet. pretty. Kind of like the Paldean Fates where they did the gold and blue. Nice. So another extra hit in the box. So we are, I hope I'm not taking all the good boxes out of this case. Or if it's just a mark of the set where everything is kind of good, right? But anyway, so and then the Charizard is like a PSA 7. So I was able to get all 3 of those as a graded little set. So, you know, the OCD completionist in me is like, well, they're not all the same grade. They're not sequential, blah, blah, blah. But they all do look decent, and I was able to get up. So if I were to complete Stormfront, for example, in my off time, I would have to get those cards anyway. And getting them graded in those grades, oh, yes. Our first Master Ball. No, that's not our first Master Ball evolution, because we got the Sylveon. So this is our second Master Ball evolution with the Espeon. So we are so close. We're just so close to getting the big one. But man, what a box so far. This has been a great one. The Roaring Moon, a gold card, and a Master Ball Espeon. That's what I'm saying, guys. If you can get your hands on these boxes, I know they've gone up in price a little. They are so much fun to open. Like, it's just hit after hit after hit, and there's so many that honestly you can't keep it all in your head. Like, there's a little bit of surprise with every one you hit, so it's pretty cool. But like I was saying, if I do go back and finish Stormfront, I was able to get those 3 graded cards for less than the cost of what I would have had to pay if I, you know, bought them all 3 near mint off of like TCG Player. Some of that was due to the sale. Let's see, what was in that box? Let's see, we got our Master Ball, our gold, our special art rare. Okay, so we didn't get the best Pokeballs, but we got a great Master Ball, a gold, and an awesome Roaring Moon. So that was a good box. But yeah, I got the trio from Stormfront for, I think it was $230 in those grades with the 20% off based on price charting value and all that kind of stuff. So, you know what? That was, to me, 230 bucks well spent. If you watched the last video of us opening those PokeRev mystery packs, I spent 350 bucks on those. We'll never do that again. No knock against PokeRev or anybody doing the mystery pack thing. You know, there's very obviously a market for it. He did, you know, he had posted odds of 1 in 1,000 for the base set, the first edition base set booster box, or booster set, booster pack in those mystery bundles. So that means I guess he did at least 36,000 because there's 36 in a booster box. Well, I guess unless he didn't rip a full booster box, but I think in his video he said he did that. So there's obviously a market for those mystery packs, the PokeRev mystery packs and stuff like that. Everybody's doing one. Just not my thing. And that $350 on an off time, like when it's not time to collect a new modern set, since Prismatic Evolutions doesn't come out and we're all caught up on our other current master sets, I, you know, could have done some real good damage with some really cool cards, whether it's vintage or more modern master sets that we haven't completed, because there are still some Sword and Shield sets that I haven't mastered. Uh-oh. Got another Ogerpon with the Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon special art rare. These are probably the least desirable for me, to be honest. But still a cool hit, and we've got some fun stuff to look forward to in the rest of the box, including maybe some trainers, because we've been hitting those pretty well, I feel like. Terapagos. My bulk stack over here is getting a little dangerous. Might have to pause for a second. We got a nice Great Tusk Pokeball. Did we pull that in the last one as well? Is that a duplicate for us? But as far as, you know, where you spend your dollars, you know, I was able to get the PokeRev stuff, buy into the hype of maybe getting a first edition base set booster. You know, I learned the lesson, right? Won't spend those collection dollars doing something like that again. I really just wanted to try it. Had, you know, I watch a lot of PokeTube and I like all I like all of them, right? So, you know, I watch Real Breaking Nate, and every time, you know, he goes off, he buys mystery boxes to demonstrate that you shouldn't open them, but he's always buying them. And, you know, some of that gets to me. It's like, well, okay, maybe I should try that out too. So, but I will look at my collection and see those Stormfront graded cards with the secret rares. And there we go. Got a Master Ball Bramblin, right? Bramblin? Brandygas? Or what is it? Ugh, come on, man. Bramblegast? Bramblin? I think this is Bramblin. Another Master Ball, though. So 3 Master Balls in... We're on box 8 right now. Yeah, so this is going to be a bit of a marathon video. Never released one this long, so I sincerely appreciate it if you are actually still watching and not fast forwarding to the end where we do the binder build, because that helps out more than you know for the algorithm and the channel and all that kind of good stuff. So if any of you guys are the type who comment and tell me that you watch while you're sleeping or trying to go to bed, or watch while you are eating or whatever, and just kind of hang out with me like that, I really appreciate that, because number one, that's how I like to watch YouTube too. And number two, that can be really difficult to do with an hour-long video, or however long this one's going to end up being. So 2 boxes left, and then we'll save the rest for some giveaways or maybe another video. This is really, really fun to rip, so I'm going to have a hard time keeping too much product back there sealed. Because what if the Umbreon's in there, you know? So, gotta open them up and see. As you can tell, I'm not a sealed collector, so we get just our iron leaves. Tatsugiri Pokeball. I love Tatsugiri. Cute little Pokemon. I know there was some discussion about like people being bummed that the illustration rares are being replaced in this set with the Pokeballs and the Master Balls, and I'm gonna be honest, like, I love it. Like I said, the illustration rares are my favorite part of this era, but the added texture on here is just such a fantastic add that it's hard to be mad at. It really does like elevate just the regular card. And again, I came from being like a Gen 1 kid, base set collector, you know, when I was 10 years old. So I am fine with cards being awesome. Umbreon. Just with the basic layout, you know, so the texture added to the basic layout is a-okay with me and looks awesome. So that's just a cool Tatsugiri card. It might not be a, you know, full card of art with an illustration rare or art rare type of illustration on it, but it's still beautiful art and really cool extras with the texture and the Pokeball there. So it still does feel like a hit to me, is what I mean to say. So as you're opening this, you know, at least I do look forward to the Pokeballs and the Master Balls as if I were looking forward to a hit. So they did their job there, is all I mean. Uh-oh, who do we got? Another Jolteon and another Atticus. So we have doubled up on our Secret Rare Trainer, full art, and doubled up on another also kind of off-center Evolution with the Jolteon. But hey, no problems trading away one of those. So I don't know that we'll be able to turn it into anything major, but it's still one of the more desirable hits of the set. So it'll either pay for example, a bunch of Pokeballs, a few Master Balls, or maybe we can like trade it towards one of the Evolutions that we don't have, that is of roughly equal value. All right, one more box to go back there that we're holding back for ourselves, and we double up on that too. Man, just a big box of duplicates that we're pulling relatively early in our opening journey for this set. All right, let's get this last box. I do not want to stop. I want to, you know, push pause on this video and record another video where we open the other 10. But like I said, I'm going to save a couple of those back, maybe for the Prismatic Evolution, if Prismatic Evolution is difficult to find for me to give, like, because I was only able to get one extra Pokemon Center ETB. So since that is going to be such a major awesome set, I do want to, and it's a specialty set where I can't give away a booster box, I want to give away something pretty substantial. So maybe in addition to a Pokemon Center ETB, I'll also be able to give away a couple of these boxes when we complete that master set. So they'll just sit on the shelf and haunt me until then, as we have our first Pokeball. Oops. Cute. Actually, this is kind of a good comparison there. Like this, like I said, it's not the illustration rare or whatever from Shrouded Fable, I think it was, but that's still, it feels premium, it feels like a hit, you know. So I don't mind not having the separate art level or whatever, or hollow level of illustration rare in this set when there's so many special illustration rares. So kind of cool, that's what I mean. But I really wish we would pull more Pokemon and not trainers, like we just did. We are running out of space on my little stand up there to display our hits. we just get a Sinistra. Or is that Poltergeist? Poltergeist. All right, there we go. Let's see who we got. This is our last one, and it looks like we got our special art rare, so let's slow roll it a little bit. Blood Moon Ursaluna, Revavroom, and a third Espeon. So we have 3 Espeon special art rares, and it feels so wrong to be bummed about that, but it is a duplicate pull for us, and we got 3 of them now. So that, though, again, is, I think, only the Umbreon and the Sylveon are worth more than that. So I believe that one we should be able to trade relatively easily towards some of the other ones we need. But I just know when I do this binder build that I'm going to want to see the rest of it filled in, and that's going to be the hard part. Because even though we've opened this many packs, there's going to be so many holes, especially with all of these special illustration rares that we haven't pulled. And I just know that there's 10 of them sitting back there. And a Master Ball. Is that a duplicate Master Ball as well? Yikes. Is it? Let's see. It is. So we are pulling a lot of duplicates already. All right, so let's see that round of hits. We got an Espeon, Master Ball, Pokeball, 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 Jolteon, Atticus, Pokeball, Pokeball, Master Ball, Great Tusk. There we go. We did get the Espeon. We did get a gold. We did get a Roaring Moon. So that was a killer box. And a Flareon. And a Kieran. Okay, okay, okay. Calm down. Quit being disappointed in the duplicates. So there's some really cool stuff here. Even if we got duplicates of them, that just means we're lucky. All right, so let's get to, I mean, look at this. We opened 10 boxes, and that's our stack of, like, true hits. And then just in what we opened right now, I don't even know if I can grab it. This is part of our stack because the other part fell as I was trying to get it. This is the other stack of all of our A-Specs and regular EX cards. Look at that. That is so many cards. And then a big old stack of bulk as well. So let's go ahead and start sorting through the bulk and build the binder out. All right, well, that was a bit of a marathon. This is a pretty big set, 531 cards ultimately, I think, in the full master set. So really quick, let's talk about a quick giveaway. If you're one of the 25 or 30% of people who make it all the way through the video and watch all this way, especially on a super long one like this, I do want to say I really appreciate it, and I want to give away some stuff to you guys. So just maybe mention in your comment that you made it all the way to the end, and I'll run a giveaway here in about a week and give away a booster box or two, and just hopefully let you guys experience the pack opening experience of this set, because it is such a good one. I really am going to be stubborn about staying in this Voltex pink, even though it's technically not large enough. It only fits 480 cards, and I usually like to have everything fit side by side. But since there are two different reverse holos with the Pokeball and Master Ball, I don't think it would look very good if I just laid out, you know, regular Pokeball, Master Ball, regular Pokeball, Master Ball. It would just, the pattern would be off all the way through. So what I need your feedback on is, I think there are two options here. I've left a reverse slot open, and I get questions all the time. Can I use a 9-card binder for my master set? Absolutely you can. The only issue with a 9-card binder for most normal master sets is that they are too small. So you have to stack your reverse holo on top of your normal card, which I don't usually do. However, since this set has two different reverse holos, I'm going to do kind of a combo situation here. So I need your feedback. Should I do the Master Ball here and the Pokeball on top, or the Pokeball here and the Master Ball on top to like seal it and say like I've mastered that Pokemon? So you can see here what I've done initially is put the Master Ball on top of the normal, just so that I can keep track of all of the Pokeballs I'm missing a little bit easier, since those will be the easier ones to source and you know, much cheaper. So eventually, I don't know if I want to fill out the complete master set, but probably will do most of the Pokeball reverses. The Master Ball reverses, I think, are going to make this master set kind of expensive, and honestly, I want to save the hobby funds for Prismatic Evolution. So the binder is pretty good and full. We got, you know, everything normal in the set with as many cards as we opened as far as all normal cards. But we obviously have quite a few secret rares to go, tons of Pokeball reverse holos to go, and even more Master Ball reverse holos to go. So here's where I'll start the secret rares. And I probably will fill these out because, number one, I'm going to be opening more of this. It's just too fun to open. So it's going to be difficult for me to just have open boxes sitting back there not being opened. And then I think the set will end somewhere around here. And as you can see, it's a big set. There are only 3 pages left, just with 1 reverse holo slot left over. So definitely not enough for a full Master Ball set. But a fun set so far, and again, just a very special and unique pack opening experience as far as when you open a full box of these. So it's a lot of fun. You know, you're going to get something special, and it's going to be really cool, and it just makes you want to keep opening boxes. So I haven't had that feeling in a long time with Pokemon, you know, just since I do focus on, you know, got to complete everything. It's kind of odd for something to feel like it's a special opening experience for me. So that's pretty neat. I enjoy it. I'm going to be opening more, and I hope you guys will tag along with me on that opening journey. And let's get prepped for Prismatic Evolutions coming in January. And like I said, do all the normal YouTube things, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll run a giveaway for a booster box or 2 here shortly. Thanks again, everybody. Appreciate you all watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.